So a lot of you guys that have been watching my shorts or follow me on TikTok know that I've been getting really into 3D printing and 3D printing tool organizers. Um, and I've actually organized my tool cart, my toolbox, coworkers' toolboxes, friends' toolboxes, and I've been getting a lot of love. I also have been posting a lot of my designs on Thingiverse, and that's been blowing up as well. And ironically enough, I have found a lot of people taking my designs off of Thingiverse and selling them on Etsy. And I've been messaging a lot of these guys, and they're saying that the products are selling quite well, actually. So that kind of inspired me to start my own website. So I'm going to. The brand is Toolcraft, or Toolcraft Organizers, and the website's going to be toolcraftorganizers.com. The website's not fully up yet. I'm still working on it. It takes a lot of work to get these websites up and going. You have to worry about SEO, pictures, product details, stock, all that stuff. So I'm still working on it. It should be up within a month, if not less. Just trying to get time to work on it. But I thought I could make a video about all the organizers that I currently have and the ones that I will be selling on my website. So let's get started. So the first one is basically extension organizers. I have two designs. I have this, which they come in different lengths for your extensions. They're magnetic, obviously, and these are technically modular, but they don't clip together. They just, you put them together and they stay there. So the other design I have is like these. So these are 1/2 inch. So this is where the anvil side of your extensions will go. These are obviously magnetic. And then they are obviously modular, so they stick. And then say you want to stick a 1/4 inch size to a 1/2 inch size. Come on. Boom. There you go. Now you have 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch all next to each other. The other end of the extension just sits in this basic, holder here. So you line these all up how you want, and they basically just sit in your toolbox or tool cart nice and pretty. These come in many colors. They're all magnetic. And yeah, same with these. So these are ones I've made for my buddy. And these are the new design for extension holders. His box is teal. So that's what I made him. So along with that, I have been making wrench organizers. I feel like that's the biggest pain in a toolbox is organizing wrenches, because a lot of the cases that these wrenches come in are ugly. They take up a lot of space, or you get these cheap, like, junky plastic organizer things, and I just hate them. So I made a modular. So that's the big thing with Toolcraft, is all we're making is modular tool organizers, stuff that you can put together and take apart, because not everybody has the same set of wrenches. Not everybody gets a full set, stuff like that. So everything's modular. So if you get one new wrench, all you have to do is take one of these and put it together. But I have a few different designs. So one of them is this, which is kind of what I'm calling the spread them out wrench organizer. And this basically splays them out nice and angled, really fancy. It looks real pretty. So if you have like a big toolbox drawer and not a lot of wrenches, you can use this. It fills up the toolbox drawer so it looks like it's full, and it's really easy to see the size. I'm also making these, which are obviously, they're modular, and they hold your wrenches up at a little bit of an angle, so they're easy to see in the drawer, but they do take up a lot less space than the spread 'em organizers. And these are probably my favorite because they're kind of in the middle ground of, looking the best in the drawer, but also not taking up as much space. And then if you have a lot of wrenches that you need to organize, I have designed these, which are vertical wrench organizers. These are designed to hold your wrenches in a vertical position so you can fit as many wrenches as you need in a drawer. So that's what I got for wrench organizers. And then also, I think in all three of these versions, I'm going to be making an XL version, which is for like your big boy wrenches, like your 21s and up, or if you still use standard wrenches, your 1 inch to 2 inch, or whatever the case may be. So I will be making a normal size for your everyday use wrenches, and then an XL for your big boy wrenches. Also too, guys, I've been trying to debate if I should make something that's a little bit more intricate, like these, where they just, they look a little cooler, a little cleaner, or should I just go with the flat tops? These are easier to print. They'll be a little bit cheaper, but I feel like these just look so much better. So let me know your thoughts in the comments if you like this style or this style. And yes, all these individual wrench organizers will have magnets on them, so they will stay in place. The next thing that I'm working on, or that I've made, and I've already put some of these in my toolbox and some friends' toolboxes, is plier organizers and modular plier organizers. These will allow you to stack all your pliers vertically, and you can add or take away as many as you want, just depending on your drawer size or how you want to orientate them. I'm also going to be, I have some plier organizers that are designed for spring-loaded pliers, like your snap ring pliers and stuff that pop up, or they're springed open, and they're kind of hard to store in drawers. So I do have some designs for that. They're on Thingiverse. They keep those things closed so you can put them in a drawer while you store them vertically. But I might make a modular one, because the ones I have aren't modular. It's just like a set of 7. So I might make these, but for the springed pliers. But again, these I haven't installed yet. These will have magnets on them. They're modular, and they work great for storing pliers. You save a lot of space with these organizers. And they're not ugly like all the other plier organizers out there on the market. And probably the most used tool that you have in your toolbox is ratchets. I have made several ratchet designs, or ratchet organizers, to help you store your ratchets in your toolbox or your tool cart to save space, create space. So here they are. So the first one I made, and this is my most proudest one, is the vertical organizer. So these have the size on the top. They are completely modular. They don't clip in. They also have teeth and magnets in the bottom, so that when you put them in the drawer, they do not move. A lot of us have a 3/8 ratchet that's just the ratchet head, but that ratchet has a 1/2-inch anvil. This 3/8 will fit a 1/2-inch and a 3/8 anvil in this holder. Same goes with the 1/4-inch. The 1/4-inch will do the same. So if you have a 1/4-inch head with that 1/4-inch anvil, it'll fit. And if you have a 1/4-inch head with the 3/8 anvil, this will fit. And again, I made this one in black. This is a 1/4-inch. That's what this one looks like. The yellow one was a 3/8. Here's the size. And then 1/2-inch would be like this. So here's all 3 sizes. So they all have little plates on the side to keep them spaced, so when you do store them vertically, your anvil's going to stick out, but it's not going to hit the wrench next to it. And this is great too, unlike the other 3D printer organizer places out there. These, you can store the wrench in one direction or the other. It doesn't matter what's next to it. So it kind of saves you time from trying to make sure that your ratchets are always orientated in the same direction. This is also a great design because it will not allow the ratchets to slip out of the holder unless you pick up the handle and physically pull it out of the locked position. So when this thing's laying in the drawer, it is in a locked position, so it will not come out of the holder. And it's a great design. I've also made, this isn't it, I had to file it down, but I've made one that fits your like twin beam torque wrenches and stuff, because they don't have a teardrop like typical 1/2-inch ratchets do. So this will fit just right so that this one doesn't fit perfect. But I did make an XL version and I forgot to print it up, but I just kind of cut this one down so it fits. But I have an XL version for your twin beam or kind of fatter end ratchets. So the next ratchet design I have is for all the techs that store the ratchets in shallow drawers, and they store them with the anvil side down, and it's these guys. So these are ones I made for my buddy's box, again, teal. But like this one is a 1/4-inch head with a 1/4-inch hole, and then this one is a 1/4-inch head with a 3/8 hole. And so this, you store the ratchet, you know, on its face pretty much, or on the anvil, so it's super low profile. It fits in low profile drawers. And then you also have these little handles that your ratchet handle sits in, and it caresses, and it allows it to not move back and forth. These again are all modular, and they are honestly awesome. I like the vertical ones, they're my favorite, but these just look so clean. And when you remove a ratchet from a drawer, you can clearly see that it's missing with this design, as long as you don't get the black face. If you get a colored face, you can tell. If it's black, it's kind of harder to see. But The next style that I've made is what you can see behind me on my tool cart. And this is probably my favorite thing that I've made, because this saves so much time, so much space in my tool cart. Ratchets in a tool cart I feel like are a waste of space. You could use that space on the top of your tool cart for sockets and other tools, and you don't have to put them in a drawer either. So I made these. These are hangers, and they're designed to hang on your tool cart lid. And yeah, like this is a pretty long, 24-inch, half-inch ratchet. I mean, it's pretty heavy, and all you do is you pop it up in there, and it hangs. And I made it for all 3 sizes. This is probably the biggest time saver for me, because I'm not opening a drawer, scrounging through, trying to find a ratchet, then coming up here, getting a socket. I literally just grab, and go. So, my favorite design, I think it'll be pretty useful for people that work out of tool carts. But again, all those are magnetized. They're all modular. They have little clips that space them out, hold them in place, and they will be on my website as well. So as far as screwdrivers, I have made screwdriver organizers, because we all know the trays that you get with Snap-on or whatever, or if you buy a set that doesn't come with the tray, if you aren't buying those kind of high-end screwdrivers, those blow molded like cases or trays that they have are ugly, and they waste a ton of space. I made these. These will have magnets in them, each one. They're completely modular. They fit nice and snug. These allow you to stagger your screwdrivers so that you can store them in a tighter space, and they're clearly visible, and it just looks way cleaner in a drawer than having them all splayed out like a lot of techs do, or with a lot of blow molded cases or trays that just waste a lot of space. This, you can get rid of all those trays, store this in your toolbox, fit more screwdrivers, more picks, more stuff like that in your toolbox, and basically this will cost you more money because now you have room to buy more tools. So now we're going to move on to sockets, right? A lot of companies make socket rails. You can go to Harbor Freight, you can buy those ugly, cheap socket rails that everybody has, or you can have something that's more modular that you can add on, take off, and customize the color you want. So I designed a modular socket rail system. So the kits I'm selling, they have 2 different size rails. I have a 6-inch rail or a 3-inch rail. They are all going to have magnets in the bottom, beauty covers, okay, and you have anvils. I have all the way from 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch, and all you do is you slide them in just like this, and then boom, that's where you store your sockets. And this is great because you can move them around. If you have a really fat socket next to a really skinny socket, it's just easy to move it. And I've also went for the circular anvil because it's easier to just set your sockets in and not have to pay attention about how you're orientating the socket when you go to put them away. You just literally drop it and forget it. And these you can make as long as you want because they lock in together. So again, here's anvils, right? So there's a 3/8. Don't fall. There's a 3/8, 1/4 inch, half, and I don't have a 3/4, but I will put one up on screen for you. But all you do is you take these and you just interlock them together. Boom. And now they're locked together. And you can make these as long or as short as you want. And I've been using these for months in my tool cart, and I'm holding 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, all that. Cameron, my coworker, my buddy, he is rocking these as well, and he's holding 3/4 inch sockets. That's why I made the anvils for 3/4, because he has a lot of 3/4 stuff too. So that is going to be another item on Toolcraft that you can buy. These are the only item on my website that I'm going to offer the anvils in bronze and silver on top of all the other colors, just because the bronze and silver looks so good. So just keep that in mind if you want bronze and silver. I also have that for the socket organizers. The next thing that I designed, and again modular, is I don't know how many of you guys store your really long like Allen keys or torque key bits in a drawer, or you can't, so you just lay them on its side, they flop around, they're hard to organize, or you keep them in the blow molded case and they're just super ugly, take up space, they don't go with the theme of your box. So I designed these. Now these are bronze just because that's what I had at the time when I printed these. I will not be making these available in bronze. But these hold your long bit sets in your drawer in an organized fashion, and they keep them from rolling away, moving. They're modular. They'll have magnets in them. They got teeth on them, just like my ratchet holders, so they do not move. You can literally slam the door, and all your sockets will stay in place. I actually have a video of that on my TikTok, and I think I might have actually posted on YouTube as well. So check out my shorts. It should be in there. But these are another item that I will be offering to store your long sockets, I guess. Your really long sockets that are too tall to fit in a drawer vertically. Alright, what else do I have? So I have a couple more things. The other thing that I have that has also been a big time saver and saved a lot of space in my toolbox is my electric ratchet holder. This is great because you just grab your ratchet, you go, and it's just simple hooks. But it hangs on the lid of your tool cart, and it's modular, so you can add hooks, you can take away hooks, and you can basically stack as many ratchets as you want until you run out of space at the bottom of your lid. So the other thing I am working on, I'm not sure if I'm going to sell them, I don't know if there's going to be a big demand for it or not, is battery charger magnet holders, or magnetized battery charger holders. So you can slap those chargers on the side of your toolbox so they're not on top of your toolbox, they're not taking up shelf space, top space, and it just keeps it out of your way. It looks really clean. And it's something that I personally like because I hate having crap on top of my toolbox. Even though I have a lot of crap on top of my toolbox right now, I like a really clean, nothing on top of my toolbox surface. So I designed those. I'm working on them. You guys let me know in the comments below if that's something you're looking at. There's another company out there called STS that makes really good magnet, like battery holders and charger holders. And I don't know if I can compete with them because their stuff is top notch. It looks really good. So it may be something I offer. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when the website's up and you guys are able to purchase. So as always, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.